FIFA 21 is right around the corner, and that means we get another cover star. This year it's Kylian Mbappe, who gets the honour in joining the likes of Messi, Ronaldo and Ronaldinho in previous years. While being the cover star on FIFA brings in, I'm guessing, a huge sponsorship deal, it also has a bit of a negative side to it as well. The FIFA cover star curse. Spooky, right? This one is up there with the Aaron Ramsey curse, where when he scores a celebrity dies not long after, and the David Moyes curse, where whenever he joins a football club he sucks the life out of them. If you think that we can't find 10 instances of the FIFA curse actually existing, then you don't know how good our googling skills are. Here are 10 players that were hit by the FIFA cover curse. David Beckham. While fans might have been happy to see his face on the front cover, they probably weren't so pleased after the 30th of June 1998. Who can forget David Beckham snapping after getting pelters from Diego Simeone and getting sent off and pretty much ruining England's chances of 100% winning the World Cup back then. After that red card, Q being called a silly boy, having effigies burned of yourselves, and the tabloids going absolutely nuts, plus every football fan calling him some rather choice words throughout the season. Erik Thorstvedt. Don't get us wrong, he was a good keeper for Spurs, but he was hardly the biggest name in the world, was he? Oh, and plus by the time that he was on the cover, he was already injured and pretty much out for that entire season after getting injured at the World Cup in '94. He managed just one game in the 94-95 season before having to retire in 1996. David Ginola. Now, FIFA 97, that was a cover you wanted to look at. Ginola in a Newcastle shirt looking superb, with those flowing locks. Beautiful. The French wizard had an incredible season as she were Kevin Keegan's entertainers, and really did deserve to be in that French squad for Euro 96. Incredibly though, he and Eric Cantona were both dropped from the team. Ginola and French fans were fuming, but the team did reach the semi-finals before being dumped out by the Czech Republic on pens. Maybe if they had Ginola and Cantona, they might have won. You may be wondering why we're talking about the summer of 96 before the game was even apparently released, but actually FIFA 97 came out in the summer of 1996 in late June, and this cover was already announced way back in April, so it definitely counts, alright? Dennis Bergkamp. FIFA 99 was the best FIFA ever, and we won't hear anything else. And Bergkamp made a really great cover star. He was brilliant in the 97-98 campaign, so it made perfect sense. Now, he certainly had a very good 98-99 season, but it didn't quite go to plan for Arsenal. They lost the title on the final day. Bergkamp missed that penalty in that legendary semi-final FA Cup clash against Man United, and he missed two really big Champions League games. First against Dynamo Kiev, because he couldn't fly because he had that going on, and then against RC Lens, which saw the French side shockingly beat Wenger's team to place second in the Champions League group stage and knocking Arsenal out in the process. Fernando Morientes. On the FIFA 05 cover, some things are not quite like the others. Patrick Vieira, great. Andrei Shevchenko, brilliant. Fernando Torres, to be fair to him, the Spaniard was very good for Monaco in their mad Champions League run, but come on. His 2004-2005 campaign was a shocker. 13 games for Real Madrid, 0 goals. He then moved to Liverpool and scored 3 goals in 13 games, which is hardly great, is it? Wayne Rooney. Rooney really did have the world at his feet when he was on the FIFA cover in 2006. He was at Man United, he was banging goals, he was winning trophies. So how did the curse get him? Well, he managed to break his metatarsal after getting floored by Paulo Ferreira just months before the World Cup. Puawaza had to get into an oxygen tent and do all sorts of weird stuff to get ready for the 2006 World Cup, and when he got there, he was a little bit off the pace. Then he got sent off against Portugal, which didn't really help his case either. Thankfully for Rooney though, he didn't have any effigies of him wearing a sarong getting burned, so there is that. Theo Walcott. Walcott's had quite a weird career really. After being called up to the 2006 World Cup when he really didn't deserve to be there, he very much did deserve a spot 4 years later. And he very much deserved a spot on the FIFA 10 cover too. Walcott had been really good for England between the two tournaments, and considering England didn't really have that much pace in the team, we needed him. But then Fabio Capello decided to go very left field with his selections. I mean, so left field in fact that he didn't even include Walcott in the team. England went on to have one of the most boring campaigns you could imagine, and maybe if we had Walcott against, Algeria, we wouldn't have had to rip our eyes out and watch one of the worst games ever. To be fair to Theo, Rooney and Lampard were both on that cover as well, and they had shocking World Cups as well. Jack Wilshere. The fact that Wilshere is only 28 is pretty mad, as is the fact that he was on the FIFA 12 cover. He did have a superb 2010-2011 season though, playing 49 games in total and breaking through into the Gunners' first team. Sadly, in the summer in 2011, he got injured in the Emirates Cup, of course the biggest cup competition in the world, and then failed to make a single appearance throughout that season, missing both the Premier League, Euro 2012 and Great Britain's Olympics campaign, though that's probably for the best because that was terrible. And let's be honest, Wilshere really hasn't recovered from getting injured back then. So what the FA need to do, right, is just not have any England star on the front cover of FIFA. That's what we're going to learn from this video. Jordan Henderson. Henderson is now a brilliant midfielder who is a vital cog in Jurgen Klopp's side. However, back in 2015, he didn't exactly have the best of times. Liverpool fans did vote him to get onto the front cover of FIFA 16, which annoyed pretty much every other fan base in the world. He then had an injury-hit season, didn't really play that well, and managed to get a call up for Euro 2016 before only playing one game in a 0-0 stinker against Slovakia. And finally, Kaka. The Brazilian maestro was such a good player, but his 2010-2011 season was incredibly unlucky. He was on the front cover of FIFA 11, but then got injured, was out for 8 months, came back for a few weeks, got injured again, then got fit again, then got injured again, and that pretty much went on for the rest of the season. He did score 7 goals in 14 appearances in the league though, but this really was the start of his decline, and it's quite sad. Now he's getting nutmegged in Sunday League games. And that's our list. Do you think that Kylian Mbappe will become a victim of the FIFA curse? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like and share this video, hit that subscribe button, and check out our social channels to make sure you never miss anything going on in the football world. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time for another video.